Occupy Vancouver has been grabbing headlines for 3 solid weeks now. As the mayoral race heats up, politicians squabble over the future of the encampment at the Vancouver Art Gallery.
And now I think my week's notice was way too tolerant. That was last week I said that. This week I'm saying give them 2 days notice.
I'm not giving a deadline because in every other city where a deadline has been imposed, we've seen violence, we've seen costs escalate, and we've seen the actual occupation get bigger.
Yesterday, a medic at the occupation saved the life of a drug user who overdosed at the camp. The corporate media sensationalized the story, and the fire department upped the ante by ordering the campers to remove tarps and unoccupied tents by 10 a.m. this morning. The Tent City Council held a press conference and defied the order in front of a frenzy of corporate media reporters.
And how will down the tarps by the 10 a.m. deadline and pinning out the tents?
Well, let's see. It's 10:05. Does that answer your question?
Will you be taking down any time?
We have been working with the fire department. We have heard their concerns. We want to make it clear that we are using our plan to keep this area warm and safe, and that we've listened to their concerns, but their bylaws don't stand here.
But that was not the only surprise the Tent Council had in store.
It has been consensus upon within Tent Council that weapons are not welcome within these grounds, nor are those who carry them. This includes the police. We want to make it clear that as an autonomous zone, and as the encampment is situated on unceded native land, their institutional authority is not recognized here. Thank you. We govern ourselves. We also want to make it clear that should the police choose not to respect our decisions, we are willing to stand in the way of these weapons in order to protect our autonomy and the safety of the tenters here.
Those statements were a departure from the pro-police rhetoric that is often heard from the stage at the occupation. In essence, the Tent Council has publicly declared itself autonomous within Occupy Vancouver. And let's face it, without the campers, there is no Occupy Vancouver. I asked Noel, one of the Tent City dwellers, to comment on the decision to not allow cops in the camp.
For some of the people who are living in the Tent City, their experience with police haven't been the best in the past. Whether maybe they're sleeping on the street and the bylaw enforcement they feel has been discriminatory towards people who don't have homes. So they feel threatened by the police and they don't want them around here.
On this beautiful November morning, the mood is festive at Occupy Vancouver. Tent Council's decision to disobey the orders of the fire department sets the tone for a busy weekend at the camp. A second run on the Banks action is scheduled for Saturday, as well as a show by anarchist punk legends DOA. On Sunday, large crowds are expected to march in solidarity with indigenous people opposing mining on their territories. Stay tuned to the VMC for updates on this growing movement of resistance. For the Vancouver Media Co-op, I'm Franklin Lopez.